IIHM, popularly known as the International Institute of Hotel Management, is one of the largest private hospitality institutes that imparts world-class education and can firmly pride itself for being one of the foremost academic institutions of the country that offer globally recognized international degrees in hotel management. The hugely popular events that they host, IIHM International Young Chef Olympiad.
As the last dish is plated, they can only wait till the evening for the verdict to be pronounced.
Malaysia!
IIHM as an institute has always been able to define its core objectives clearly over the years. It is an institution that has always worked towards causes that give back to the society. IIHM proudly and aptly calls them food soldiers, a dynamic group of students working tirelessly to ensure a hunger-free world.
Hotel management. Hotel plus management. At IIHM, the education is like doing a BBA plus hospitality. Because at IIHM, we train our students to become global business hospitality managers. In one hand, they are full of knowledge in hospitality, charismatic, and they have got the study skills of very hardcore management subjects like finance, strategic HR, global marketing, and a whole range of the management inputs.
For a great hospitality career, call 98310.
Good evening, namaskar, and a very, very warm welcome to one of the hottest destinations of the world today. I'm talking about none other than Goa. You're most welcome to the IIHM Global Studios right here at IIHM Goa. It is my pride and my honor to be your guide today when we do a crash course. Bilkul sahi sun rahe hain aap. We are going to do a crash course on what is hospitality and how should you choose the right hospitality college for you in the future. That's our task for the day. Now you will ask me, why is it that I'm going to do this task, or what makes me qualified to be the best person to talk to you about hospitality management? Well, boys and girls, here's the reason. One, because we are one of the largest social networks in hospitality education across the world today. That's what makes us so special. And today my role will be in the capacity of ensuring that you know what makes a college so good, what makes a college so much better than others in terms of hospitality management. Well, so officially, once again, you're most welcome to the world's largest hotel management social network with over 3.4 million followers on something that you might be aware of called as Facebook, right? So we are the largest social management network, और हम ही आपको आज एक क्रैश कोर्स देंगे कि किस तरह आप एक सही किस्म का हॉस्पिटैलिटी मैनेजमेंट या होटल मैनेजमेंट कॉलेज चुन सकते हैं. IIHM is hailed as one of the world's best hospitality schools or hotel schools. And this is not just me talking. There are about 50 countries which acknowledge this very fact. And we are going to discuss why. Why do these countries consider us so good? Well, one, of course, we are not a small college. We are a pretty humongous chain of hospitality management colleges situated in Kolkata, Delhi, Bangalore, Jaipur, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Pune, right here in Goa, Bangkok, and also in Samarkand, which the last two being our international campuses beyond the borders. Well, सबसे पहली बात, कोई भी कॉलेज अच्छा हो या बुरा हो, इसका पहला इंप्रेशन आप पर कब बनता है? इसका पहला इंप्रेशन आप पर पड़ेगा when you realize that that particular college is right there out in the world, noticed by some of the best known research brands. और आज इस देश में, इस विश्व में सबसे बड़ा रिसर्च ब्रांड जो है वो फोर्ब्स के नाम से जाना जाता है. फोर्ब्स मैगजीन एक ऐसी मैगजीन है जो बहुत सारी चीजों की रैंकिंग देती है, right? And Forbes says that IIHM is a great place to study. So that is point number one, boys and girls. Always remember what makes an institute good for you. How well is it noticed by the most renowned brands in the world? Well, here's Forbes talking about us and calling us a great place to study. And great place to study, why? Remember crash course in hospitality management and how to choose the right hospitality management college? I'm going to give you pointers today as to what makes a hospitality management college the best for you to study. Well, Forbes ने भी यही research की थी और आज मैं आपको उसका एक shortcut, एक crash system या एक summary दिखाने जा रहा हूँ. Forbes has identified that IIHM has one of the youngest at heart team members across the country. Well, I won't deny that, and I love to accept it, but that's not the main point why they would select us as being one of the best. When you go into hospitality education, remember, the first and foremost reason why you should choose a college is the content that they teach you. And when I say content, I'm not talking about how many books are they able to give you. किताबें आपको बहुत मिल जाएंगी और आज की डेट में आपको गूगल पे बहुत ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगी. No, it's the practical exposure which a college or an institution is able to provide you with, which is going to define how your career progresses in the future. इसलिए आपका ये जानना निहायती जरूरी है कि उस कॉलेज में आपकी होलिस्टिक लर्निंग, आपकी प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर किस तरह से डेवलप हो सकती है. Well, let me start by showing you or telling you about what IIHM does to ensure that our students are practically oriented. First and foremost, theory and practicals in our campus are always 50-50% weightage marked. So if there is an assessment which is going to be of 300 marks, 150 marks will come from theory, but 150 marks will also come from practicals. To pass a practical, you have to score a minimum of 50% marks in the practical. Therefore, our students pay a lot of attention to what is happening practically. ये तो रही assessments या examinations की बात. But what else? Very importantly, we keep doing a lot of events at campus. We actually promote our students to do a lot of events. We encourage our students to do a lot of events beyond the scope of their education too. The end result is our students come up with some of the most and captivating food festivals in whichever locations we are in. Let me talk to you about Goa. So we are situated in South Goa, which is the district, and I can proudly say that the food festivals that our students organize are one of the largest in South Goa. We cater to about or over and above 1,000 people in a span of 3 hours, and that's what my students do. And they not only just cater, right? They plan out the entire event, which means they're starting off with creation of a budget, finding out a good location, ensuring that the location is accessible to all, doing the right kind of marketing, selling of the passes and the tickets, getting sponsorships for the event, and finally going ahead with the sales, showing a revenue statement, drawing a profit and loss statement, collecting all the feedback, and then closing the event. And all of this, right from A to Z, is done by the students. We are there, we guide the students, but in the end, my students do this. So when they pass out from the campus, my students practically know all about events. I can wake them up in the middle of the night and send them across to an event, and my students will not, they'll not give me a surprise look. They will just go around and they will say, sir, we are ready. What is it that you're exactly looking for? We'll do it for you. That's the confidence that comes to our students after they go through so much of learning, practical learning, when it comes through different kinds of food fests. We also organize something called Realia. We have entrepreneurship examples wherein our students do a lot of stuff. In entrepreneurship, they run their own restaurant by investing some capital and they take the profits from it. That's the kind of exposure that our students get studying at IIHM. And that's why studying at IIHM gives our students one of the best exposures to the world of hospitality compared to any other place. Well, that's one idea of content. What is it that we technically look at? What do we give to our students in terms of knowledge? Apart from the regular management subjects, which I'm sure all of you are aware of, like human resources, like finance management, like sales and marketing, we or any hospitality management course should offer you some basics in hospitality, which are going to be your core subjects over the next 3 years of study. First and foremost is the rooms division. The rooms division department is the department that deals with the upkeep and selling of rooms, right? This comprises of two departments. One is front office. We will start off by talking about front office, wherein the department that originally was supposed to be the face of the hotel, the department that talks to the guest, the first contact with any kind of person happens at this department. This department is called front office. And while guest interaction is foremost, it is also responsible for managing revenues, which means that today when you watch about a hotel and you see there are various prices, the department that is responsible for ensuring that these prices work towards the best revenue optimization for any property or a hotel, this is the department that does it. And to talk to you about front office in much greater detail, we have with us Ms. Nupur Bhaumik, who heads the front office here at our campus. Nupur, why don't you tell us more about front office and how a career can be made out of this department?
Thank you so much, sir. As sir has already said, there are two major points. One is revenue and one is the first contact. Now, there is something called guest cycle, and wherein the experience of the guest starts with front office and it ends with front office. So there are different departments of front office which actually is responsible for this experience. So the guest cycle is starting with reservation department, goes to reception, then goes to information when the guest is staying in a hotel, then goes to departure, then there is revenue, there is cashiering, then there is concierge department. So these all departments together, these are the sub-department of front office, they together are responsible for an experience of the hotel. Okay, so now when I talk about the career option in front office, so you can see in front office also there are different departments where you can have a career option, like reservations is one department, there is revenue management, which we teach you in third year, there is reception, so there is sales and marketing in front office. So these are the different departments in front office. But since we train you how to sell product, what happens is you can get jobs in retails, you can get jobs in airline industry and various industry which is related to selling product. So all the best. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Nupur. And that was quite an insight into the idea of front office. Well, career development in any field of hospitality is super fast. It does not matter which specific area of interest you carry when you enter the world of hospitality. Hospitality itself is a fast growing and a very resilient industry, which is what makes it so popular, because the growth in this industry is very fast. One, immediately after graduation, you will have job options which are open to you, and not just job options, decent job options. Whereas in most of the other fields, you have to, in India particularly, you have to actually proceed on for a much longer master's program too, and then proceed on to get a decent job. Well, you can cut that out of your career progression immediately if you take hospitality as a career. The next area which is associated with rooms division is the accommodation operations. This is the department which deals with upkeep and beautification of the space. Well, that was the definition of accommodation operations 20 years ago. Today, accommodation holds one of the most important values in the hospitality industry because they are also responsible for hygiene and sanitization. And to talk to you about the careers and about the department as a whole, we have with us Ms. Pearl Rodriguez, who heads this department in our campus. Pearl is standing in our practical lab. I can see that. Over to you, Pearl.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. It's late in the evening, around 6. Okay, so I'll just show you around before I start talking about the department. Where am I standing right now? You know, it's a beautiful, we normally do not have rains at this time of the year, but it's a totally beautiful experience. Okay, just look at this. That's the swimming pool there, which you can see at a distance. Yes, I'm moving inside the room now. We have many such things. Like Sir told you that how to choose your college. We have a live resort over here, okay? Where are students? That's the lightning, which you can see in between. Yes, that's the resort. I'm standing in one of the resort rooms now where we have our live practicals. Okay, we show you how to do, what to do, how housekeeping goes about, cleaning rooms, decorating the rooms, everything. This is the other balcony over here. Yes. Give me a moment. Yes, as we were speaking, maybe you won't be able to see me properly because the room is very cozily lit up. What I'm here to speak about is the housekeeping department, how we do things over here. Now, in the olden times, or maybe some years back, we used to say that housekeeping deals with cleaning, but no, housekeeping definitely deals with cleaning, but that's not the only thing that we do. We do decorations, we do interior designing, we do laundry, we do with landscaping, we do a hell lot of things. Yes. So what is housekeeping all about? And we also teach you how to go become an entrepreneur. Maybe if you take housekeeping as a major of yours, how to maybe you can set up your own laundry, your own florist shop, or maybe your own interior designing company, or maybe even invest in some machines and have your own cleaning company. Yes, with housekeeping, you can go to hotels, you can go on cruise liners. Then we have multinational companies, retail outlets. Yes, these are the different things that you can do. Over to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Pearl. And that was a great insight into what different things we can do once we start off in housekeeping. By the way, housekeeping also happens to be a very fast-moving career area for even the hospitality graduates. So that is one area you might want to look at. The third area, which focuses on food production, that is the culinary arts, the kitchen in common language. Well, one of the most popular areas in hospitality is the kitchen. And why not? I mean, the area deals with food. The area deals with one of the most beautiful things that man has ever created, and that is the food. And to talk to you more about how food is prepared, and how career can progress in this area, well, we have Chef Sangeeta, and I can see her right there with the chef cap in the kitchen. Over to you, Sangeeta.
Thank you very much, sir. This is a wonderful evening tonight, as Paul ma'am has said just now. It's actually suddenly in Goa it started raining, though it started. You can see outside how beautiful it looks. And we're still in the campus, and wonderful, it feels lit up with the light. I still feel like festive evening going on in Goa. And not to forget, definitely, this is the kitchen where we have our training practicals going on, all the food festivals, as Mr. Mehta has just mentioned, regarding our, which we cater to almost 1,000 people with our students of all the 3 years together, our third years leading first, second year and first years, and we supervising them wonderfully. And I'm sure we're going to be getting back by the month of January, and hope we will have a wonderful time with this. Not only this, I would definitely like to mention, like being a chef, there is a barrier which has been kept now. What is it all about? How the career is growing? Yes, it's all about how well you improve on your communication, how well you present. You have to learn the modern techniques, and yes, chef is the best way how you can improve your career. People used to think initially that, okay, engineers, doctors, and now being a chef is something which you can be proud of as well. And nevertheless, at the end, I would definitely like to mention that Iihm Goa being in the midst of all this beautiful greenery and scenario, and it's a wonderful place to study with. And here I am, Chef Sangeeta, signing off from Iihm Goa. Over to you, Chef. So.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. That was fantastic, and that's a beautiful kitchen I can see right behind you. And I'm sure that everybody would love to work in a kitchen like the one we just saw. Well, another department that is equally popular, a department that deals with beverages, a department that deals with events, a department that deals with some of the most exorbitant, some of the most lively essences of hospitality is the food and beverage department. And to talk to you about food and beverage department, we have with us Ms. Alicia Lawrence, who heads the department here at Goa. Over to you, Alicia.
Thank you, sir. And a very good evening to everyone. As you all must be aware, we are in Goa and how beautiful Goa gets when it starts raining. So right outside, like you have already seen the swimming pool and how the serene environment of our resort is. So now I'm going to take you inside to a restaurant which is just adjoining the pool, and it's a training restaurant called The Woods. So we have Woods here, and you can see it's a cozily lit restaurant. We use this restaurant as a training restaurant for our students to ensure that they get the basics of the hospitality right. So when I talk about food and beverage service, I'm referring to a person who is being mentored into not just a food and beverage sales personnel, but also a service personnel. So it's very important for you to develop your sales skills. And we at Iihm Goa, with the Food and Beverage Services Department, we mentor you to develop your sales and service skills. The chefs plate beautiful food, world-class food on beautiful crockeries. But if that food does not reach with the required sophistication and elegance onto the table, then the whole dining experience goes for a toss. So that is what the F&B service department at Iihm Goa does. We mold you, we train you to become world-class F&B service professionals. So we also have a training bar here. So as you can see, we have a bar where you can see various wine bottles. We have all the training resources available to us. And this is a playground for the liquid chefs, as I would like to call them, the bartenders, yes. So a career in food and beverage service is going to take you to places, not just to hotels and resorts. You can also make a career with the cruise lines, which is very popular way to travel all over the world and gain the global exposure. So we look forward to you at Iihm Goa. And thank you for joining us this evening for the career seminar. Thank you so much. Here's Alicia signing off. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Alicia. Very beautifully explained. And I do hope that some people get enticed to the idea of food and beverage service. Actually, a lot of people are already enticed with the idea of food and beverage service. Today, event management has become a very prominent job role. In fact, a lot of entrepreneurs, young startups like to do event management because it does not require extensive investments. All it requires is a good network of people. It requires you to be well connected, and it requires you to be a good salesman, and you can do events fantastically well. Well, that is about what any hotel management college should be teaching you. But beyond that, we can also discuss what else do we mean by exposure. Every hospitality management college needs to send you for an industrial training. Industrial training is a part of your curriculum across all boards. However, where you do your industrial training, well, that's a matter of your choice. Our students not only do industrial training here in India with some of the best hotels, you name it, and our students would be there, right? Taj, the ITC, the Oberois, the Hyatts, the Marriotts, the Hiltons, the Accors of the world. But important fact, or the important word in that sentence was the world. It's not just in India that our students do internship. Our students do internships all over the world. Here are a few examples of our students doing internships abroad as well. Well, बाहर जाने से क्या बेनिफिट मिलता है और भारत में पढ़ने से क्या बेनिफिट मिलता है, ध्यान रखिए, दोनों के अपने अपने बेनिफिट्स हैं, राइट? बाहर जाने से आपको एक इंटरनेशनल एक्सपोजर डेफिनेटली मिलता है और वो आपके सीवी पे अच्छा लगता है. इंडिया में इंटर्नशिप करने में आपको एक तो ब्रांड वैल्यू बहुत मिलती है, दूसरी इंडियन हॉस्पिटैलिटी अपने आप में विश्व स्तर पे काफी फेमस है. तो अगर आप इंडिया में भी इंटर्नशिप कर रहे हैं तो उससे भी आपको बाहर जाने में फायदा या बेनिफिट मिलता है, पर्टिकुलरली विद द वेल नोन ब्रांड्स, है ना? तो यदि आप ताज या ओबरॉय या आईटीसी से अगर आप ट्रेनिंग करते हैं तो उससे आपको काफी ब्राउनी पॉइंट्स मिल जाते हैं, बाहर जाने में भी आपको काफी मदद मिलती है. और यदि आप बाहर से इंटर्नशिप करते हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको एक एक्सोटिक एक्सपोजर मिलने के तहत आपको बाहर जाने का रास्ता काफी आसान हो जाता है. दैट्स द बेनिफिट ऑफ डूइंग एन इंटर्नशिप. वेल, इंटर्नशिप के साथ एक और बेनिफिट ये रहता है कि यदि आपने अपनी इंटर्नशिप ढंग से पूरी की है तो ये सारे जो सक्सेसफुल जो प्रोमिनेंट ब्रांड्स हैं, ये सब ब्रांड्स अपने ट्रेनीज का एक हिस्ट्री लॉग बना के रखते हैं, सो दैट व्हेन दैट स्टूडेंट अप्लाइज अगेन, or when that student applies for a job after internship, they have a clear record कि इस स्टूडेंट ने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था, let's take him back. और ये बेनिफिट जो है ये हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को काफी ज्यादा मिलता है. As a result of this, our students are today spread out all over the world. In fact, one of my colleagues always says, विश्व में आपको IIHM के स्टूडेंट्स सिर्फ दो जगह नहीं मिलेंगे, एक है आर्कटिका और एक है एंटार्क्टिका. Well, that's how IIHM students are. तो ये तो बात हुई ensuring that you have the right content of education, you have the right exposure for education. The next is the right network for the education. हमको बेस्ट हॉस्पिटैलिटी एजुकेशन ब्रांड से नवाजा गया है बाय ZTV. ZTV अगर आपको बोलता है कि हम वर्ल्ड्स बेस्ट एजुकेशन ब्रांड है, इंडियाज बेस्ट एजुकेशन ब्रांड है, तो इंडियाज बेस्ट एजुकेशन ब्रांड क्यों है? वन, because of course the kind of work we do, the kind of content we have, the kind of education we provide, also the kind of network that we create for our students. We have something called the Young Chef Olympiad, which is organized by the students of IIHM. विश्व का सबसे बड़ा culinary competition for culinary students is organized by us, by our students, year on year. और इससे मेरे स्टूडेंट्स का नेटवर्क बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है, बिकॉज दे आर इन कनेक्ट विद द फ्यूचर शेफ्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. ये वो स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, ये वो स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो कि आने वाले दिनों में विश्व के सबसे बड़े शेफ्स बनेंगे. उनके टीचर्स, ये सभी लोग हैं जिनके साथ हमारे स्टूडेंट्स इंटरैक्ट करते हैं, उनके साथ उनका नेटवर्क बनता है, और इसके कारण हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं वो उनका नेटवर्क और स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है. हाल ही में we launched something called FIIHM, Fellows of IIHM. और ये जो आप फोटोग्राफ्स देख रहे हैं, these are the global leaders of hospitality today. You search for a global leader of hospitality और वो नाम आपको यहाँ पे मिलने के चांसेस काफी ज्यादा हैं. जोरावर कालरा से आपकी मुलाकात हो सकती है यहाँ पे, मिस प्रिया पॉल से आपकी मुलाकात हो सकती है यहाँ पे, मिस्टर जाको लरू से आपकी मुलाकात हो सकती है यहाँ पे. ये सभी ग्लोबल लीडर्स हैं हॉस्पिटैलिटी के, और ये सब फेलोज ऑफ IIHM हैं. यानी इन सभी ने एक तरह से ये बीड़ा भी उठाया है कि वो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को कुछ हद तक गाइड करेंगे, मेंटर करेंगे, और ये सब करने के लिए they have taken the step. They are ensuring that they will help our students learn hospitality better. You know why? Because the students who come to IIHM are the future of hospitality. You're the next generation of hospitality. And to ensure that the next generation of hospitality has a smooth path, has a path that is going towards success, all of these leaders of global hospitality have come together, and they train or they guide you or they mentor you or the students of IIHM to ensure that they become successful in the future. इस तरह की गाइडेंस मिलना हमारे नेटवर्क के ऊपर एक बहुत बड़ा क्राउन है. इससे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत बेनिफिट मिलता है, और ये जो बेनिफिट है इससे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स काफी आगे जाते हैं. That's how our students develop. तो ये हुई दो चीजें, एक हुआ कंटेंट, दूसरा हुआ the kind of network that we have. Well, the third and one of the most important aspects which helps you choose what kind of institution is right for you, the kind of placements they offer. At IIHM, we offer our students placement in some of the best brands across the world. जो major chains हैं वो तो आपने सुनी ही होंगी, Marriott, Hilton, Accor, IHG, Carlson, all of these of course exist in our portfolio for campus interviews, mind you. Apart from them, the Indian hotel chains, which are world-renowned, like Taj, ITC, Oberoi's, all of them, international chains like Accor and their sub-brands of 30 different sub-brands that they have, all of them recruit people from our hotels. That's how vast our network is. तो हम जिस तरह की एजुकेशन देते हैं, जिस तरह का कंटेंट, जिस तरह का एक्सपोजर देते हैं, जिस तरह के नेटवर्क से हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स को जोड़ते हैं, उससे उनका एंड बेनिफिट ये होता है कि वर्ल्ड के सबसे बड़े होटल्स उनको पहचानते हैं, और इससे उनको ये बेनिफिट मिलता है that they get selected in some of the best properties across the globe. ये चीजें ध्यान में रखते हुए हमारे स्टूडेंट्स का सिलेक्शन बहुत आसानी से होता है. I'm not saying कि इसे बिना मेहनत के होता है. मेहनत तो डेफिनेटली पड़ेगी. हार्ड वर्क इज ऑलवेज रिक्वायर्ड, बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स, बट व्हाट it does is it opens those doors for all of our students. And despite the pandemic, here are a few photographs of my own students who made it through and who cracked some of the best properties, not only in Goa, but internationally. Now, as a result of all of this, our chairman and chief mentor, Dr. Suborna Bose, received Zee's most acclaimed accolade in education, which was the Education Excellence Award in this year, 2021. तो ये मैं आपको पुरानी बातें नहीं बता रहा हूँ, ये मैं आपको एकदम अभी की बात बता रहा हूँ. अभी हाल ही में अक्टूबर में ये अवार्ड्स हुए और उसमें IIHM को ये अवार्ड से नवाजा गया है. Well, that's our chairman receiving a different award for excellence in hospitality education by Udan, that is Dare to Dream by Zee Hindustan. Well, boys and girls, कुछ तो होगा. यदि इतने सारे अवार्ड्स कंसिस्टेंटली किसी एक ब्रांड को मिलते जा रहे हैं, किसी एक इंस्टीट्यूट को मिलते जा रहे हैं, कुछ तो होगा that makes it special. Well, this is the speciality. आज का हमारा सेमिनार इसीलिए था ताकि मैं आपको ये बता सकूं कि क्या ऐसा है जो IIHM को इतना पॉपुलर, इतना वेल रिस्पेक्टेड इंस्टीट्यूशन हॉस्पिटैलिटी एजुकेशन के मामले में माना जाता है पूरे विश्व में. क्यों हम इतने नामी हैं? Well, here's the answer, boys and girls. और इससे ज्यादा वक्त मैं भी आपका नहीं लूंगा. I hope you do have a lot of questions, because if you do, you're most welcome to step into any of our campuses and ask those questions. We would be more than happy to answer all those questions for you, because hospitality is a stream that is growing. Hospitality is a stream that requires a lot of people, right? It's a people-oriented industry. तो सबसे ज्यादा उसमें लोगों की जरूरत होती है. और ये सभी लोग कहाँ से आते हैं? ये सभी लोग आप सभी बच्चों में से ही सिलेक्ट होकर आते हैं. एंड वी आर दैट कॉन्डुइट, वी आर दैट मॉड्यूल जिससे कि आपको एक बेहतरीन हॉस्पिटैलिटी एजुकेशन मिल सकती है. Well, so long. I hope that you all stay safe. Have a good evening as we log out today from International Global Studios at IIHM Goa. Looking forward to see you in person very, very soon. Signing off, this is Sameer Mehta. Namaskar.
IIHM, popularly known as the International Institute of Hotel Management, is one of the largest private hospitality institutes that imparts world-class education and can firmly pride itself for being one of the most foremost academic institutions of the country that offer globally recognized international degrees in hotel management. The hugely popular events that they host, IIHM International Young Chef Olympiad. As the last dish is plated, they can only wait till the evening for the verdict to be pronounced.
Malaysia!
IIHM as an institute has always been able to define its core objectives clearly over the years. It is an institution that has always worked towards causes that give back to the society. IIHM proudly and aptly calls them food soldiers, a dynamic group of students working tirelessly to ensure a hunger-free world.
Hotel management. Hotel plus management. At IIHM, the education is like doing a BBA plus hospitality, because at IIHM, we train our students to become global business hospitality managers. In one hand, they are full of knowledge in hospitality, charismatic, and they have got the study skills of very hardcore management subjects like finance, strategic HR, global marketing, and a whole range of the management inputs.
IIHM. For a great hospitality career, call 98310
Recording stopped.
Now, done.